What's up, world? Welcome back to another episode of Clark Crew Reviews. It's your boy Donovan. Wanted to take a few minutes of your precious evening and go over some of the early Godzilla King of the Monsters reviews that were released. Now, they ain't that early because they came out yesterday, but it is what it is. I wanted to go over them with you anyway. So, tagline on Screen Rant is that they're super polarizing. And I'm going to Screen Rant because they took screenshots and put them all up on the website themselves. I'm going to read a few with you guys because you know how excited I am for this movie, and I'm going to see it tomorrow night. So, Variety stated that as long as these creatures are up on screen, I remain more happy than not. And Dougherty, that's how everybody keeps saying his name, does his best to carry forth the style of towering beasties clashing by night that Gareth Edwards raised to such a pitch of grandeur. If this movie's feel more prosaic, which means dull, less magical. The monster battles are set at night, lit by blue phosphorescence. Get a little visual sludgy, and you might start to long for some daylight clarity. For those moments when you can see, sit back and gawk at Godzilla and just sort of behold. IndieWire said, night sequences in the final season of Game of Thrones inspired a litany of complaints from fans and critics that they couldn't see what the hell was going on. Now we have Godzilla King of the Monsters, and with it, fresh inspiration for squinting. If you thought you couldn't make out what was happening during the Battle of Winterfell, prepare thyself for an entire film built on that concept. When giant monsters battle each other, they actually create tropical storms, gusting rain, and a baffling amount of cloud cover. I mean, it looks fine in the trailers, you know what I mean? The Wrap. Whereas 2014's Godzilla made us wait too long for the monster movie money shots, vamping instead with uninteresting human characters, this one offers a family story made all the more heartfelt thanks to committed performances by Millie Bobby Brown, Vera Farmiga, and Kyle Chandler, not to mention a constant stream of the kind of rock'em sock'em action that makes you want to see this film in the first place. And the action, unlike in Pacific Rim, isn't constantly hidden by murk and rain and night and fog. Screen Crush. Godzilla King of the Monsters was directed by Mike Dougherty, who has gained a solid reputation in recent years for directing cult horror films like Krampus and Trick or Treat. I'm not sure what happened here, but something went very wrong on the way to the multiplex. The characters, particularly poor Vera Farmiga's monster scientist, behave so irrationally that Godzilla and his simple, clear motivations feel downright human in comparison. The last movie this bad, saddled with story and characters this bad, was Independence Day Resurgence. Ouch. Okay, last one that I'm going to read. EW. As the title promises, this sequel to the 2014's aggressively mediocre reboot is more than just a one lizard show. It's a globe-demolishing battle royale pitting Godzilla against an oversized menagerie of monsters familiar to anybody who grew up watching deliciously cheesy Toho Smackdowns on rainy Saturday afternoons. Yes, namely Rodan, King Ghidorah, and Mothra, although that last one turns out to be more friend than foe, but you get the idea. This one is one of those, the gang's all here, bigger is better, all-star jamborees that is, in fact, bigger, but not better. The human characters, here we go again, and I'm not using the word characters loosely, are flavorless afterthoughts spouting unintentional laughable dialogue designed to do nothing more than move the resistible plot from point A to point B. Bruh, that's exactly my beef. These people complain about the first one that there wasn't enough Godzilla and there was too much human, and now in here, now they're just cardboard cutout figures to move the plot along because there's more monsters. What the F do you want? I swear, I can't stand this. This is bothering me. I get paid no money to advertise this movie. It had nothing to do with it. So like, I'm not a movie critic, but I feel like people don't know what they want, particularly these movie critics, because you can't say that there was not enough Godzilla and too much humans, and then the follow-up movie say, well, the humans don't have enough to do, and there's too much Godzilla. Like, which one do you want? You know what I mean? I heard a good, like I was saying, I was I watched the John Campia spoiler-free review, and I think it was Robert Miller, I think his name is. He's a big Godzilla fan, so he went and watched it. He loved it. I watched Mr. H reviews, the English dude. He was watching it too. The theme I'm getting out of watching everybody is that if you are a Godzilla fan, you are a kaiju fan, you are gonna love this movie. They said even kids would love this movie because of the monster mayhem. Like, have you never watched one of the classic Godzilla movies before? The plot is never really good. I mean, you're talking about a prehistoric giant lizard monster, three-headed dragon from space, a giant moth, and a giant pterodon who came out of a volcano fighting each other, along with other monsters. Like, you can't grade it on the same scale that you would Slumdog Millionaire. You know what I mean? It's not going to try to get an Oscar. You have to put a different scale. It's fantastical, you know? It just blows my mind how they're like, well, the story wasn't this, and the story was dull, and there wasn't enough character development, there's no depth, there's just cardboard, human figures. Like, bruh, people didn't like 2014 because it didn't show enough Godzilla. I get it. Gareth Edwards wanted to build up to it, like, the first Jurassic Park with the T-Rex. You get, from what I hear, there's plenty of fighting and plenty of Godzilla, which is what we want. That's what I want. I don't care if it has a great story. Like, it could be a simple ass story. I just want these niggas to fight. I just want to see Godzilla whooping their ass. That's all I want. That's all I want. I don't care if it's a great story. I want to see a lot of action. Popcorn movie. You know what I mean? That's why, like, except for the last one, maybe the last two, like the Transformer movies didn't have a great story, but they were great popcorn movies. It's like the first Pacific Rim. I like the first Pacific Rim, and the guy, I think Robert Miller, compared it to the first Pacific Rim. The second one was trash. I didn't mind this first one. The first one was actually dope. You know what I mean? Gonna get that Godzilla Pacific Rim crossover? Probably not. But like, you can't have a complain about one thing, then when they give you, you complain about the thing you was complaining about again. You know what I mean? Like, there's too much human. Oh, well, you're not enough human. Like, no movie's perfect. Some people that actually like Godzilla have given it 8.5, 9 out of 10. Like, they love the movie. I love Godzilla. Y'all know I love Godzilla. And I'm excited for this movie. Watch it. If you're complaining about the movie, there's too much monster mayhem. Okay, maybe too dark. Whatever. Trailers look fine to me. But watch a classic Godzilla movie. You got little microscopic twins singing to Mothra. You know what I mean? You got Destroyer, who was made from an oxygen bomb. You have Mechagodzilla, or Mechagodzilla, however you want to say it. Like, it's fantastical. You know what I'm saying? It's not the Shawshank Redemption. Also, I heard he also did a good comparison. He almost compared it to like people who are fans of wrestling. Like, if you love wrestling, I used to like wrestling. When I found out that was fake, it kind of fell out for me. I was heartbroken because I thought it was real. But like, it's almost like a soap opera. And like he said, like, people who like wrestling love wrestling. Like, maybe some of the casual viewer think it'll silly, but they love it. People might think Godzilla's silly, but fans who watch the old movies and grew up to them will love the movie if there's a lot of Godzilla fighting. If you're a kaiju fan, giant monster fan, or action popcorn movie, you're gonna like the movie. Like, it's fighting monsters, tearing up the city. What else do you want? You can't have the same, it's not linear. You can't have the same grading scale for every movie. Like, you know what I mean? So, okay, I'm off my soapbox now. But some of the reviews were just backhanded compliments. So, like I said, I'm gonna see it for myself. I'm excited for it. Y'all know I'm excited for it. I will say in conclusion that people that I've watched, the spoiler-free ones, have said, that are Godzilla fans, have said that if you're a Godzilla fan, you'll love it, and it's the best Godzilla movie they've ever seen. Like, the CGI and the action. Like, do you prefer Godzilla to be in Ghidorah and Mothra to be in giant people in suits running through like a cardboard city, like it's 1950? Or do you want this? Like, pick your poison. You know what I mean? But people who are familiar with the movies as genre say this is the best Godzilla movie they've ever seen. It is what it is. While you're here, if you enjoyed the info I gave to you, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that share button and subscribe to your boy's channel. I'm over 900 subscribers now. I appreciate every single one of y'all, and I need some more to join the family. So until next time, I'm going to see the movie tomorrow. I will let y'all know. It's going to be a late showing, so I'll probably do my review Friday night. So until next time, long live the king. Y'all take it easy. Peace.